President Obama became the president, there was an excitement, yes, but it served as a catalyst to awaken the dark forces in our country in a way that it hadn't been awakened before since Jim Crow era, and maybe even worse than that. And those dark forces have just been building. We hear over and over and over again the numbers of people, blacks, predominantly males, that have been killed for literally no reason. Little things like selling cigarettes and without a license, driving while black, running while black, carrying a cell phone in his hand, being in the wrong place while black. When you do terrible things like that, that's a spiritual sickness. And so you're suffering too. It's like a boil. This is the only way I can describe it. It's like a boil that has ripened and burst. And now all the ugly stuff is spilling out for all to see. And that's a good thing. And the reason why it's a good thing is because there's a cleansing that's taking place. Underneath all that putrid stuff that's happening, there's healthy tissue. And I'm talking about the recognition of, for whites, that their privilege can help them to be advocates, allies, for the oneness of mankind, for the healing of racism, once they heal their own hearts. 3 years ago, I committed myself to this kind of work. And having committed myself, I had no idea what that would look like. It was just simply saying to Baha'u'llah that I have to do this work. So initially it was just little things. Like, first of all, having a voice when I didn't have one before. And saying things so openly that I never would say like that before. Started out like that. But not in a negative way, not in a challenging way, not in a way that makes anyone feel bad, because that's not the goal, but in a way that raises the consciousness, both within myself and with whomever I come in contact with, black or white. I looked at Ruhi Book 1 and how we are learning Ruhi Book 1 and how we should be learning it living in racist America. When are we going to start talking and including the healing of racism in everything that we do? Literally everything that we do. And so another Baha'i, white, and myself decided that we were going to have a Ruhi Book 1 and use the training of that with the study circle participants so that we could all see, well, the very first quote, the betterment of the world can be accomplished through pure and goodly deeds, through commendable and seemly conduct. Well, what does that look like for me when I say to myself that I'm working for the healing of racism? How does that change the way in which I live my life, the way in which I interact with others, the way in which I'm inclusive or not inclusive? What does that look like? And when I bring in, take thyself into account each day, ere thou art summoned to a reckoning, at the end of the day, how do I look at how I lived my day? The things I said, the things I did, the things I didn't say when I should have, the things I didn't do when I should have, so that tomorrow I can be a little bit better at that. So that was the kind of study circle we had. And we took notes. And we now are in the process of compiling that all together. And this is not just the two of us. We're doing it with the study circle participants. So it's a group effort. And the goal is to, whenever we do a Ruhi Book 1 in Nashville, we are going to be doing that kind of thing with the participants. So that's one thing. It's small, it's in our little area, but better that than nothing at all.